So it looks like Jaguar Wright has been involuntarily committed in a mental facility, and rightfully so, if it's true. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your girl, Miss Anna Little Cole, and I'm coming to you straight out of NYC on this very quiet Wednesday evening. Yeah, so we gotta have an honest conversation about Jaguar Wright. And the reason why I'm saying Jiggy Jag is because Jag has been really jigging it up on the YouTube streets and the Instagram streets so much that at this point, I think you can compile not only a documentary of her life, of the antics of the past 2 months, but you can actually make a movie of who she is and what she could have been. You understand? This whole thing, saga with Jaguar, I had to basically get off the Jaguar train. I was one of the first people on YouTube talking about my support for Jaguar. I was one of the people that said that what she was speaking about when it came to, not the industry, but when she was speaking about, her roots experiences, I believed everything that this woman said. I don't think she was lying about that. I believed her when she talked about Moni Love, because there were people that I knew back in the day who had saw Moni Love and they had said, this ain't it with her. So when it comes to the whole thing with Jaguar, I agree that in the beginning, a lot of what she said was the truth. But where she started to lose me at was when she was speaking about certain people, such as Mary J. Blige, such as Christopher Williams, such as things that she wasn't really privy to, but it was just really not, it wasn't, in my opinion, the best. It wasn't good. And that's when she started losing me. Then she came back in the summer 2002. She came back for a little while. And I had made 2 videos. I said, 1, whatever happened to Jaguar. And number 2, Jaguar's back. And I want to thank all those who listened to that. But what I didn't like is that when she did return this time, there was a lot of hate. There was a lot of, I will, kind of, take someone out, i.e. Jay-Z, i.e. Beyonce, i.e. all these people who've made it, and she didn't make it. She can't get an unsung. I said this before. Jaguar Wright cannot get an unsung because she doesn't have any hits, songs that charted. If you go on Wikipedia, she didn't chart. And it's really sad because the woman can really sing. Now, do I think she would have became as big as Jill Scott or as big as Mary or as big as the others? Not really so much. But she would have had a career, and she had a career for years. But when she started going down the dark alleys of mental illness, and when you have something like that, we got to be real. If you don't take your meds, it can go haywire. Maya Campbell is a perfect example of somebody who has bipolar disorder and didn't take her meds, and you see what's going on. But as much as she, does the drugs, I don't know if she stopped. But the one thing, you would have thought that Maya Campbell would have been where Jaguar is. Nobody would have ever suspected Jaguar Wright to be in the situation she is. And I think it's because people weren't speaking about her. Like, she left my collective consciousness really in, like, by 2006. I loved her song Free. I loved that video. It was a really good song. But because she didn't pop like the others did, she developed the anger, which rightfully so. I get it. Like, in a world where Rihanna makes it a billionaire, and a person like Jaguar Wright isn't even a thousandaire, there's something not right with that picture. Regardless of what you think of her now, go in the past, even if she's like a bully, even if she's like that, talent is talent at the end of the day. And my whole thing is, the industry in the 2000s got fucked up. And I'm talking about the music industry. Had this been the 90s, Jaguar Wright would have been big. And I'm not saying big in terms of like a Mariah or Whitney, but in the R&B world, she would have been big. Okay? Now, let's get to this whole mental thing and why she's there. Jaguar Wright pretty much went to pick up something at the DeSoto precinct, and Ramirez, the one that arrested her in January, the one that she threatened to have a black man with a BBC do his wife. Basically, when she arrived there, she got arrested. And when she got arrested, they put her in a mental facility. When you get picked up and you get put in a mental facility, after you already been released, after you've been arrested, after you've done all this stuff, she's going to be in there for a while. There's video evidence of her pulling these stunts, and there's no way around it. She can't just say, oh, I was playing. Oh, I'm dealing with a lot. Oh, I'm bored. I do this for the YouTube. No. Miss Jaguar Wright, I'm going to say this, and I want her people to hear this. Jaguar Wright did things wrong in terms of the internet. If Jaguar Wright would have had a manager, would have had a steady career, would have had actual people really in a professional way handling her career, the first thing they would have told her, Jaguar, you are not going on the internet to make a fool of yourself. Now, you can go on there and give interviews about what you're doing, the work that you're doing, but you are not, I repeat, you are not going to buffoon it up on the internet. You are not going to do that. You are going to be alert. You're going to be of sound mind. And you are not going to do anything that is going to mess up your reputation. Because this is business here. And you have a chance to have a career where you can make an EP. And you can have a song that go gold. But see, the problem is when you don't have the right people around you, this is what happens. And that's what happens to Jaguar. And that's something that we got to talk about. Like her with the knife. There was no need for that. And then the whole Legina Gold situation, I was done way before that. But that was just going downhill. It was going down. It was just going down. And it was just bad. It was just bad. And it was sad. See, the thing about Jaguar Wright we have to talk about is that Jaguar Wright was neo soul. But Jaguar Wright, she didn't really appear as neo soul. She appears more neo soul now than she's ever done. really in her career with her hair and stuff. There wasn't a place where she could really fit in. She wasn't flashy like most R&B singers, but she wasn't as natural as a neo soul artist. So there was nowhere to really, and then she looked very young for her age too. That's another thing. And I just think that we have to talk about mental illness. We got to be honest about it. And mental illness is no joke. But when you meet a young man who has mental issues also, add that with losing a child. Add that to your career not going as it could have. All those things add up in animosity. And we got to remember something. When she came out publicly and was doing her rants, the pandemic was ongoing. Quarantine made a lot of people break who had mental illness. They were wilding out. And then when the guy passed away, she said it just broke her down. And I believe it did. Malik B. But here's the problem I have. Now that we're in 2023, she hasn't uttered Malik B's name. You would think she would still talk about Malik B. Malik B. Malik B. Malik B. There's no more mention of Malik B. It's as if she never cried for him. And that's the sad thing about it. And that's really sad. So, with that being said, we don't know when she's going to come home. We don't know anything about that. I still wish the best for her because I feel as though she's in a lot of pain. But, she has to want to take care of her mental health. She has to want it. Nobody can force her to. So with that being said, I'm signing out. Thank you for listening and tuning in. Have a good night. And I'll be back later. Take care.